Yo, what up, what up, what up? What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well, man. So we're going to be doing a deep dive into Katie's life, man. So you guys kick back, chill, grab some snacks, and don't judge me, all right? Don't judge me, man. I think that we all, go through different things in our life or whatever. And most people don't like to talk about their past for obvious reasons, but I'm one of those people that, I feel like I need to live my life like an open book. So we're going to start not from the beginning. We'll do that on my documentary. We're going to start this situation, one of my first relationships that I got in with my first. This started, I believe, we started talking and communicating in the 9th grade. Had a class together. She seen me, I seen her. She thought I was cute. She approached, started off like passing letters, you know what I'm saying? And, just kind of like peeped the vibes and kind of like just went with it. So, we started engaging in conversation, and one thing led to another. I had like this little, I guess you can kind of say, like, people kind of looked at me as a bad boy because I didn't really speak and talk much. Like, I pretty much kept to myself. If you weren't on the football team in high school, I didn't really talk to anybody. It was just the football players and my family. That was about it. So, I guess she was intrigued. And we were passing notes or whatever back and forth, and basically throwing and selling wolf tickets to each other. Wolf tickets basically, telling each other, I'll do this, I'll do that in the bedroom and whatnot. And keep in mind, both of us are virgins. All right, I'm a virgin, she's a virgin, and one thing ended up leading to another. She told me to come over to her house. Her mom's not gonna be there. And I end up going over there. Now, before I got over there, I had to give myself a pep talk. Now, I gotta pause the story for a second because I have been in situations where it was time for me to lose my virginity, and I didn't lose it because, I don't know. For whatever reason, myself just wouldn't get up. All right. My dog wouldn't listen to me. He was just like, no, man, no, now's not the time, man. And one incident that I can remember actually happened in I want to say 8th grade. 8th grade going to 9th, I believe. Right? Either the 7th grade going to the 8th grade or the 8th grade going to the 9th grade. It happened with a young lady that I had a class with. And I don't know if she was a virgin or not, but she was telling me, pull it out. And I'm just like, yo, man, I'm a grower, not a shower, man. Like, you just want me just to pull it out or whatever? Anyway, long story short, man, nothing happened. Me and her still were cool or whatnot, but, nothing happened. And fast forward a few years later, it was another young lady, but she was older. We rode the bus together, she sat in the back or whatever. She was a virgin as well. And virgin, my bad. If it sounds weird, man, listen. Get off my back. Anyway, so she was a virgin as well. I end up going over to her house. And this young lady, again, she was older. And although the older guys were interested in it, because she was a nice looking young lady, she was, she had long, pretty hair. She was kind of like a quiet girl. She could dress. She kind of put you in the mind of a tomboy, like tomboyish, the way that she dressed or whatever. But she was pretty. Mixed young lady. She was mixed with a few different races. I'm not going to say exactly which ones because I'm not 100% sure exactly what she was mixed with. But beautiful young lady, man. Anyway, went over to her house on a few different occasions. And could not get it up. It was just like, no, bro, this is not it, man. Nervous, shy, whatever you want to call it. Just like, nah, man, this is not the ideal situation to lose your virginity, man. It's just not. So those things happen or whatnot, and I end up again linking up with this young lady. End up going over to her house, and she told me again that her mother was not going to be there. Okay, cool. So I have a little pep talk with myself, like, this is the time now. You got to get yourself together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, get yourself together. Anyway, I go over there, and we're about to do the do. We sit up to talk or whatever, and I believe her. I don't know if her little brother was there or not. I couldn't remember. Anyway, her mom shows up. Her mom shows up and catches us in the house, or catch me in the house, and it was so weird. Instead of her just telling me to leave, she was like, when I come back, LaCarrie, you need to be gone. And I'm thinking to myself, no, kick me out now. No, I'm just all over the place, man. I'm like, no, you need to kick me out now. Why in the world would you tell me to be gone by the time you okay, cool. So she leaves. Thankfully, you know what I'm saying? Again, I still couldn't get it up. You know what I'm saying? She's like, go ahead and pull it out. I'm like, nah, man, nah, we ain't rocking like that. You pull your clothes down. He's like, no, you pull your clothes down. We got into like a back and forth like that. Anyway, nothing happened. And I'm walking home, and I'm having a talk with myself. If you catch my drift, having like, what's wrong with you? Like, come on, man. Like, now's the time. Like any other time, bro, you were always standing at attention. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm one of those guys that, especially back then, I'm like, hey, you ain't gonna sit here and try to downplay me. I know I got a decent size on me. And your boy was holding, your boy was packing. Listen, in the 7th grade, a few young ladies actually pulled out a ruler, and they measured. All the rest of the guys were, I'm not gonna say they were scared, but they didn't do it. It's like, man, what y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I pulled my what's the name out, and for the longest they called me what my number was, like my size, and they're like, hey, yo, LaCarrie is packing. He is packing. He ain't no doggone lightweight out here. You know what I'm saying? Even in middle school, I was getting those type of looks or whatever. I had already gotten that name or whatever. Like, oh, okay, sure. You know what I'm saying? He young, but he packing. Hey, don't get it twisted. Anyway, so my head was already big from that. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, okay, cool. So this is a good size. From what it sounds like, this is like, I'm way above average. Okay, cool. We getting somewhere. So, my head's swelling up or whatever. Again, I come from a quiet, didn't really speak to anybody, but you know what I'm saying? When you get on that doggone bus, that especially that drive home, our bus was lit. And so, again, those loudmouth young ladies that was on the bus, they were telling everybody. And so my head is just kind of like swelling up or whatnot. Anywho, so I say all of that to say this. When I was walking back home, I was getting text messages from the young lady that was just basically saying, so you scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell everybody at school that you were scared. She was having her little brother calling me Scary Carrie. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, fam. Hey, we ain't even about to do this now. You ain't even about to play that doggone card on me. So, again, going back and forth, Scary Carrie, like I'm walking down the street. I will never forget. Will never forget the feeling, man, of a little kid calling me Scary Carrie. Walking down the street, I'm just like, yo, bro, I cannot. After, everybody, ain't got this what's the name about me. I cannot go back to school and people be calling me scary. I'm just now starting to get a little bit of rep, bro. Like we can't have this. I'm the man. In my mind, I'm the man. I can't have this. Like my boys, the way they look at me, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I'm going back home, and for the whole entire day, because I want to say we had like a half a day or something like that. I forgot what it was. Anyway, that whole day I'm sitting, I'm like, yo, having a talk with myself. I'm like, bro, get it together. Like when we go up here tonight and we jump through that window, because I had to climb through the window, and we climb through that window, we gotta make it happen. I'm talking about, y'all, it was a 4-5 hour pep talk. Get yourself together. We gon' do this. We got to do this. Like, it's either that or, you know, you gonna have this doggone thing attached to you. I'm like, you know who my brothers is? Man, I cannot let my brothers find out about this. Like, no, man. Like, King, what you scared of, man? Like, it's a lot of bad things that could have happened with it. Anyway, so nightfall, and I head toward the young lady. She stayed, I'm gonna say maybe 3 miles, maybe 3-4 miles. I don't know. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying, too far from me to walk down there and still make sure myself is clean. You know what I'm saying? Hit the balls with a baby wipe. No, I'm joking. I didn't have to, man. Anywho, I get there, and it's a better setting, especially for somebody that's shy and all those other things. It's dark in her room. You know, I climb. She opened up the window or whatever. She's like, wait a minute, let me check and make sure everybody's asleep, or blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'll open the window for you, and I'm gonna go walk around and make sure, you know, don't nobody come in, and you just text me when you're in the room, and, you know, let it back down, which, you know, pretty smart or whatever. What we thought was smart. So I let myself in the room or whatnot. Heart is pounding. I'm scared as you know what. Scared as ish, man. And man, oh man. Good. Google it, moogle it. Woo! So I'm in there. Text her, hey, I'm in. A few minutes later, she comes in there, and it took forever for her to get in that doggone room, man. I'm scared out of my freaking mind right now. Heart is pumping. She get back in there, and again, you know, the lights are out, and she puts on a CD. I believe it was Sierra. Matter of fact, I'll never forget, it was Sierra. She had just got the Sierra CD, and she put that thing on repeat. And that's exactly what we listened to while we tried for like 2 weeks straight, just trying. Anyway, that happened. You know, we got caught a few times. My mom kicked me out, you know what I'm saying, a few times. Sometimes before, like, come on, man. I ain't gonna lie. I remember one time I was standing in the damn closet with Timberlands, some jogging pants, and a damn wife beater on with a do-rag. Like, boy, where the hell is you going? What is you doing? You just all kind of confused. Go home. Good grief, go home. Like little jackrabbits, man. Jackrabbit. Y'all know how it is, man, with your first, you know, things happen. Anywho, so everything is cool, right? Everything is cool. Everything is good. I'm going to school. I'm playing football, you know, just living life, enjoying life. Got that experience with my first. I believe this is the only girl that I'm going to be with in my life, which I was completely cool with at the time. Like, listen, this is the young lady that I'm going to marry. We're going to have children together, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, some months pass by, everything is cool. Like, you know, every relationship have their up and downs. We're kids, we're passionate, you know. Anyway, I get a text message saying something about a late or a missed something. I'm not gonna say what it is. You guys fill in the blank. All right. I'm late or I missed my. I'm like, okay, what the hell does that mean? I don't know what that means. Like, I'm young, bro. I'm just, you know, clueless. So she was like, it's a chance that I may be pregnant. I was like, whoa, okay. So what are your thoughts? Like, what are you thinking about? Like, you know, I mean, like, if I am, then, you know, we're going to have the baby. I'm like, okay, cool. I support that. Like, I'm with you. And so, listen, that, you know, getting rid of that never crossed my freaking mind, man. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I need to tell my mom, you know what I'm saying? I guess you tell your mom or whatever. We got to break the news. Let's break the news to the family. So I tell my mom, and mom's excited. I'm excited. The family is excited. I told everybody, like, bro, I'm having a kid, blah, 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 blah. People around, I want to say, I'm not sure if I told the people around school. No, again, I was a private person, you know what I'm saying? Again, outside of football, I ain't really talking about so nobody really knew about it like that, other than family. So I'm excited. Like, I'm saying, a few weeks go by, and I'm, asking questions, making sure, she good or whatever. And I'm like, yo, I do know that, when you are pregnant, you go to doctor's appointments. And she's telling me about the doctor appointment. I'm like, listen. And that's all fine and dandy, but I want to be a part of my child's life. Like, I want to be a part, like, when you go to the doctor, I want to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? When you go check out and go see how the baby is doing and go for these x-rays, I didn't know. X-rays, baby monitor, whatever, I want to be a part of that. And so she was like, okay, cool. And so I'm thinking, all right, cool. So we on the same page now. And I want to know, what do you, people kept asking, what do you have? My family, what do you having? A boy, a girl? I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I just know I need to prepare. So I end up getting a job working at Taco Bueno. Working at Taco Bueno or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to pick up a little bit of ends or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Making sure we straight. I'm only earning probably like maybe 80, maybe a couple of $100 or whatever per paycheck. I'm like, yo, this is going to set the tone. We gonna get our own place and we gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that this baby is taken care of. If I got to, work at a fast food restaurant and pick up another job or whatever to make sure everything is good, we gonna do that. Working at Taco Bueno, I remember one day I ended up taking her to the movies or whatever. We went to the movies. I had to be at work a little bit later on the day. We had to leave the movies a little bit earlier. I wonder if she remembers that. But yeah, we had to leave the movies a little bit on the early side because of, I had to be at work or whatever. I got to make sure I save up. I may have to stop playing football. And I don't know if I gave up football or not, man. I was willing to, though. Anyway, so I'm like, people ask, like, ultrasound. Like, you got an ultrasound of the baby or whatever? Just like, no. I can talk to her and I can ask her if she's and did an ultrasound or whatever. This is when everything went sideways. At this moment, he knew. No, at this moment, she knew. She effed up. So I went to her. I was like, I know you were, going to the doctor and all this other stuff. Did you get an ultrasound? She was like, yeah, I got an ultrasound or whatever. So she hands me a ultrasound. And I'm carrying it around. And when I tell y'all, I am parading this ultrasound around like it's a freaking Willy Wonka in a chocolate factory ticket. Like it's $1 million. Like, look, this is my child right here. This is my child that's going to be born in a few freaking months. I'm excited. And I don't know if it was my mom or my sister. They was like, Key? My nickname is Key. Key? Yeah, what's up? Are you sure you have the right ultrasound? It's like, yeah, I'm sure. What do you mean? It's my baby right there. This ultrasound is from 1998. And I'm not sure if it was from 98 or 2000 and whatever. But I'm just like, huh? It has the date on this ultrasound. This is an old ultrasound. And when I tell y'all, my world felt like it came crashing down on me. I'm looking at the ultrasound like, wait, what? No, she's pregnant. She's pregnant. We're about to have a child together. Like, I started a job, started working and everything. Like, no, we're about to have a child in a few months. Like, how far along is she? She's what, like 5, maybe 6 months? Is she showing? It's like, she pretty much looks the same. Have you, gotten a chance to go to the doctor? No, I've asked, but no, most of the time I'm going, I guess she figured she wanted to, just do it herself or whatever. Like I'm literally trying my best to basically make excuses for the situation. And I'm confused because I'm like, yo, I thought we had a great relationship. Like, I don't understand, what was the purpose behind all of this? What is the purpose behind telling me that you're pregnant if you're not? I could not and still cannot wrap my head around, why the heck would you lie? Like, at no point did I ever say that I'm leaving you. At no point did I ever say that, we're not going to be together. Why in the world would you do this? I didn't get it. I didn't understand. And again, even to this day, still freaking confusion. I don't know why. I honestly cannot tell you guys why she lied about this. Anyway, I'm heartbroken. Completely heartbroken. Upset. Emotional. And so you know what I did. I got emotional. I got in my feelings. Doing all this extra stuff, man. End up telling one person in the school, and it spread like wildfire. And I'm gonna say this, even though she was completely wrong for what she did, I still should have had better control of my emotions and not allowed that thing to get out there like that. Like, bro, everybody, I'm not sure, man. I know they probably was bad mouthing her and saying, you shouldn't have did that to that boy or whatever. And again, even though she was wrong, I still take part in that and say that I was wrong as well. Should have definitely kept that stuff to myself, man, but I didn't. Again, word got out, and I believe she ended up changing school. I'm not sure if it was for that reason, but listen, man, it was a tough time, man. It was a tough time. I'm not sure if this was right before I had got locked up. We'll save that for another story, or afterward. But it was a lot freaking going on, man. And I say all of that to say this. So that was my very first relationship with sex. And you guys kind of see how that kind of went, and I take full responsibility. Listen, when I got with this young lady, I did not vet her correctly. Not saying that she was a bad person at all. Not saying that other than that incident that, what I'm saying? I'm not saying any of those things. I'm just saying, guys, before you get with anybody, any young lady, you need to make sure that you vet them correctly. You need to make sure that, if you want to be married and you want to have children, make sure that woman that you plan on giving your time, your energy, your resources, your body, whatever, you plan on giving that person, those type of things, you need to make sure that, you are paying attention to not only what people say, but how they move. And again, I take full blame for getting myself into that situation with that young lady, because I allowed the other head to think when I should have been allowing, logic to move me. And so, yeah, man, that's what happened with my first, I guess, kind of real relationship in high school. That ended up ending, I'm not sure when, but I end up, just remaining single for a while, just focusing on football. End up turning down one of the prettiest girls in freaking high school, man. we're not gonna name drop, but everybody that's in that played football in the 12th grade with me, y'all already, well, some of y'all know who she was, but she was like valedictorian. She was valedictorian that year. So she had came, anyway, she had sent somebody, to tell them, hey, let Katie know, or let LaCarrie know that I want his number. And I end up blanking on the guy. I was like, man, if you don't get the out of my doggone face. I was mean, man. I was a little rattlesnake in high school, man. But we're gonna go through that. We're gonna navigate through that. I'm gonna be dropping different videos and stuff like this regularly, guys. And again, this is a part of the get to know KD on a different type of level. We're gonna go through, different relationships and stuff, and different, events in my life that I think I need to put out there before I finish with my documentary. All right. So this is basically just one stopping point before we go to the next when it comes to my documentary. All right. But yeah, even to this day, like the young lady and I, we've actually, had a few different conversations, met face to face, talked. She done hit me up a few times about some information as far as, social media goes and everything, man, to get information. One thing about me, regardless of what has happened in the past, I will never hold a grudge when it comes to anybody. Regardless of what happened in the past is the past. It needs to stay there, and you should always be willing to forgive, not forget, but always be willing to forgive, anybody that you felt like that's done you wrong, or you have done wrong. Because again, listen, we are not saints, and I get sick and tired of people making it seem like, this person did this to me. Well, what did you do? What did you do? Because I know, you're not an angel yourself. So I try to make sure I give as much grace as possible, man. So again, even with all of that stuff being said, that stuff that you guys heard, again, there is no ill will towards that young lady at all, man. Wish her the best. She's actually been doing really, really good for herself now. She has I'm not gonna say recently, but she has had a child. She's working out. She has gotten in shape. She's taking care of herself. And salute to her, man. Continue to do what you do. If you're listening to this, again, I'm not gonna name drop, and I don't recommend you comment down below, but again, this is just speaking on, things that have happened, and just letting everybody know that air is always going to be clear. There's never going to be any tension or anything towards anybody that I've had any encounters with in the past. You know what I mean? It's all good, baby. Anyway, guys, y'all let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Listen. Man, I have had a journey. It's been a roller coaster of a freaking ride, and I got to make sure that I continue to tell my story. This is just one of many. Not when it comes to relationships. I think I've had less than 5 relationships in my whole entire life, as far as boyfriend and girlfriend goes. So, yeah. But we're going to talk about it. But, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Y'all let me know. If y'all went through, a situation like this, how would you feel? If you were in the situation or you went through the situation, like, how would you have handled it? But yeah, y'all be blessed. Y'all be beautiful, man. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.